Yeah, I'm a paranoid guy. You know, it's one of those things where I really value privacy, and as much as we love technology, it's very interesting for me to see that this technology has sort of let Big Brother in our life, our phones and our GPS, and dealing with it in films. It's interesting. In Disturbia or Paranique, you have a guy who's looking out for the answers, looking at everybody, and in this movie, Eagle Eye, it's reversed. It's so everybody's looking at you, and you don't know who that everybody is. And so, yeah, I'm definitely a little bit paranoid. I don't trust people as much as I probably should.
Les deux, vous devez accomplir une tâche.
Comment vous faites ça?
Nous sommes partout. Désobéissez et vous mourrez.
Every time I walk into a place or something and I look up and I see a security camera, I always question, okay, it's there to keep me, it's supposed to be there to keep me safe, but I always feel like somehow it's just monitoring my movements. So I really fear the everyday security camera.
Okay.
And not like the one that's in a local store, but like in some big one that you know is hooked to some big global network. Yeah. You know what we should be afraid of is like image manipulation in certain things, and also is the power of an image is a lot. You know, as a filmmaker, you present images, and I think the power of the image has sort of been lost, and there's this big movement towards the amateur, the cult of the amateur, and everyone thinks they're a filmmaker, and everyone thinks they're a paparazzi person, and so like even a paparazzi, there's like a professional level of paparazzi, and it's sort of like even that's been downgraded now, because I think there's sort of, because we all have this technology, we all think we're experts, and I think that's also sort of another thing to sort of be afraid of, is like who is really truly an image maker and who isn't, you know.
Caméra de surveillance.
Tous les feux passent au vert.
You know, I started out as a production assistant, and the first time they gave me a beeper, remember the beepers? Like, yes. I even resented that beeper because they would always know that they can always reach me somehow. And I remember that beeper going off, and I was thinking, I don't like this. And I was probably the last person in Hollywood to get a cell phone, just because I never felt like it was, I like to be sort of in control and be reached on my own terms. I always felt like you give away a bit of your freedom whenever you have one of those materials. Yeah.
Nous sommes partout.
How many people ask you to get behind the turntable?
A lot of people say, you're a DJ, can you spin? I'm like, no, man, I can't spin, but I will say I get some really interesting gifts. I get like records and vinyl, and I was in Zurich, and they gave me two discs, and they said, can you spin? I'm like, no, I can't spin, but it gets asked a lot.